Heidi, if we take a look back at that interim report which was released by the Nugent Commission of Inquiry to the President, that interim report saying it was critical to appoint a new permanent SARS commissioner to implement a long-term turnaround strategy. Tom Moyane talked about the whole process regarding his disciplinary and the Nugent Commission of Inquiry as being unfair. And when he spoke to you the last time, that's what he was talking about. He wants today's decision to be a fair decision. I can't imagine that he agrees with what's been said in court today.
Not at all, Michelle. You have a situation where, Tom Moyane's application has been dismissed with costs here at the North Gauteng High Court, and he now wants to launch Part B. So basically, his status quo has not been lifted, and that status quo being that he will not remain suspended as SARS Commissioner. He remains as fired SARS Commissioner, given the fact that the court ruled in the President's favour instead of Tom Moyane's favour, where, the judge saying that the Commission of Inquiry was established lawfully, and the President had every right to fire Tom Moyane because this Commission of Inquiry and its interim reports with the recommendations were lawfully established, and this is why the President had acted thereon. Tom Moyane didn't have much to say this morning. His legal team, Eric Mabuza, basically speaking to the fact that they are going to launch Part B and the fight is not over. This is what he had to say.
We'll study the judgment further. You'll remember that the case before the judge was to freeze the status quo. It had nothing to do with the main challenge that we've launched, what we call Part B. So we'll study the judgment, and to the extent that the judge criticizes Part B of our application, we will deal with that, and if necessary, we'll supplement our paper so that we ensure that Part B of the application is before court.
So this means you're coming back?
Certainly, we're coming back, because this was merely to freeze the status quo.
So, Heidi, essentially what the court said today in making this decision is that the President can now go ahead and appoint a permanent SARS commissioner. The President by no means having to wait until Tom Moyane launches this, quote, Part B of his fight to get his job back.
So part of Tom Moyane's application was that he lift the status quo and keep him as a suspended SARS commissioner, as well as not release the final report of the Nugent Commission and stop the President from appointing a new SARS commissioner. The President, however, can go ahead with these, decisions that he would like to make because, the judge has ruled against Tom Moyane and his application has been dismissed. So the President can go forth and appoints a new SARS commissioner, and the Nugent Commission's final reports can be released. We know that the President had given the Nugent Commission an extension of 2 weeks, but we do know that was pending the outcome of this application, because that was what Tom Moyane was arguing, saying that how can Nugent release its final report when Tom Moyane is arguing the lawfulness of that Commission of Inquiry. So the President can do as he pleases at the moment. He can go and release that report to the public, and he can appoint a new SARS commissioner.
All right. Well, thanks very much for that update, Heidi.